What up, Rockstar Gang? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound that like button and subscribe to the channel. Uh, Rock is bringing back a throwback for me with this one. Berkey's Grill. There's a place here in Myrtle Beach called Berkey's Grill. I used to go to Berkey's. No joke. I used to go to Berkey's almost at least once a week in high school. At least once a week in high school. Like I still would go like now, but again, they shut down. They shut down, unfortunately. It was that old stomping grounds for all of us Myrtle Beach kids. That was an old stomping ground, and now it's no more because it went through like a fire. Went through something. I think there was like a fire hazard, and they just had to shut it down. And I don't think they're gonna rebuild it. So it's unfortunate, but classic. Lomax, what's up? I will say though, with the poll question of the day, which we got it up there, is favorite burger joint: Shake Shack, Five Guys, Whataburger, or In-N-Out. For me, it's Shake Shack. Okay, I think Shake Shack is the best now. Okay, I think Shake Shack's the best now. I do like Whataburger. I don't like In-N-Out. I think In-N-Out is trash. And I think Five Guys is good. I like Five Guys. So, like, the only problem is Shake Shack here in the South, it's non-existent. It seems like I think the closest one to me is like in Charlotte. But that's the poll question of the day. Just a fun one, man. Let's get into the quote of the day. Let's get into the quote of the day. For me, I found this one today by Philip Sidney. Either find a way or make one. This one hits home to me a lot of the time. Like I always feel like when the going, it's like they were saying, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So when in that case, it's either I'm going to find a way or I'm going to make one. Like I'm going to figure this out no matter what. Like, and I'm not going to stop. Because when I get something in my head and I say that I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Like there's no turning back. There's no turning back. So, smash burgers is good too. See, the thing is like I'm thinking about like burger joints like McDonald's, Burger King. I could have put those up there. I could have put the Burger King, Sonics, but ever since I've had Shake Shack, the Whataburgers of the world, the Five Guys of the world, the Smash Burgers of the world, that's it. Oh, I bet you that place is good, Marcos. I bet you that place is good. All right. Let's get into it. I always like to start off the show getting involved with you guys on some topics and some fun ones. All right. Not just football. By the way, my Hurricanes last night pulled off the victory over the Rangers. We're down 3-0, and somehow we are back in this, down one game, going into game 6, back home to Raleigh. I thought we were done for. But I look forward to game 6. Let's see if they can keep this 2-game winning streak live. Let's see if they can go 3-4 straight. And let's see if the Hurricanes can, might still have a chance. You never know. They got to win at home. And if they can win at home, they're going to have to win in Madison Square Garden. And that would be amazing if they come back from a down 3-0. That would be amazing. Oh. Calm, Brad. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining the live stream. I live in Texas. Got a little argument here about the burger joints. I love it. All right, so the NFL schedule release, guys, as we know, is around the corner. It's actually tomorrow. It's supposed to be tomorrow. I know everyone's hyped, especially with the fact that the Panthers are hosting a game. in Munich this year. There's a lot of buzz around who the Panthers are going to face. I think it's going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that's a strong possibility. All right. Here's the reason why. I think some people might not be thrilled about our divisional clash with them, but there's definitely some excitement and motivation for the Panthers to kick off the season with a statement, and a win against their NFC rival would do that. But it's also a chance for Dave Canales to prove himself facing his former team and then making a big impact right from the start. On top of that, there's the whole Baker Mayfield situation to consider. After not getting a chance in Carolina, he went on to shine with the Buccaneers, which played a big role in Panthers hiring Canales as their new head coach. So a week one matchup against the Buccaneers definitely has some interesting storylines to watch. All right. Now, there's some fans that are hoping for an exciting non-division opponent. It's important the Panthers to obviously start the season off strong, especially after a tough season last year. Getting off to a good start, to me, building that momentum early is crucial considering all the changes this team has gone through this offseason. And regardless of the opponent, I still think the Panthers need to come out swinging in week one. All right, they just need to come out swinging in week one. And it'll be interesting to see how it pays out, but I definitely look forward to seeing this team and hopefully get off to the right foot. But I think it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I thought it was going to be Chicago. Both the former number one picks going at it. Maybe that was just too easy to predict, and the NFL was just like, "No, we're gonna, scoot away from that." So, I think it's gonna be Tampa Bay now, due to the fact of Dave Canales being our head coach, and then him coaching there, obviously last year. All right. Already confirmed the Giants. Yeah, I saw that. I'm okay with the Giants in Munich than Kansas City. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I will admit it isn't the same since they sold to the company for Chicago. Oh, damn. Marcos Cash is like invested in a Whataburger. Like the way that this man is talking about it, he's like invested into it. So Marcos Cash, you got like stock in Whataburger, my guy? You got stock in Whataburger? I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing. Make sure y'all hit that like button for Clay, man. Appreciate that. What's up, Doug? What's up, Doug's been in here killing it. Southern shredded barbecue over Texas brisket all day long. Sorry, Texans. Damn, Rock's coming in with some heat. Some heat. I don't know, man. I like me some Texas brisket, man. I ain't gonna lie. Just coming in for the poll. I want cookout. Damn. See, you can't. I can only put 4 options. I wish I could put more, but it's a fun poll. It's a fun poll. So I think the week one opponent. I'm a Texas culture around here. Got them stocks. But yeah, man. I mean, I think the Tampa Bay. Not Texas man. I'm starting a food drama over here. Probably starting a food thing that I probably shouldn't start up. I should be like talk about healthy foods instead of the fast food, but that's because I always eat healthy. I only eat like one or 2 bad meals a week, and that's very rare that I do. So, but anyways, week one opponent to me, I think it's going to be Tampa Bay. I think the writing's on the wall in that aspect of things. I think Tampa Bay, it makes sense. All right. Because now that to me, it just makes sense because like Chicago's playing Chicago is not playing us week one. I thought it would be, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I think it'll be Tampa Bay now. So. All right, ESPN Power Rankings has the Carolina Panthers, to number 32. All right, even with the offseason changes, we still find ourselves in a pivotal situation here, right? were after enduring a terrible season last season, marked by struggles on and off the field. This franchise is definitely poised for a resurgence. But as optimism swells within this organization, there's that reality that we have to confront as a fan base and as a team and as a organization. They remain entrenched at the bottom of this league's pecking order. Um, under David Tepper, the Panthers have weathered their fair share of storms. And, however, the recent overhauls in the front office coaching staff, there is this sense of renewal here, right? That feel like the keep pounding culture is truly has started to kind of come back a little bit. And Dan Moore and Brant Tillis have instilled that professionalism in this front office, I feel like. And while head coach Dave Canales has brought this optimism, this positivity, this unity, really brings that purpose towards the team, right? It seems like he's trying to bring a purpose. All right. So to me, I'm not surprised by this at all. I'm not surprised by this at all. But despite this sense of hope, I will be honest with you guys. I mean, despite this sense of hope, the Panthers find themselves at the bottom of the ESPN Power Rankings. Like I said, I'm not surprised. Even with these offseason acquisitions, particularly along the offensive line, yeah, that offers some promise. There's that recognition of this journey ahead that we're going to be going through. Bryce Young, lead last year, second in sacks, right? All right. Pressing need to improve that pass protection. Okay. Realistically, to me, this Panthers team isn't expected to win the Super Bowl in this upcoming season. The daunting task that they have ahead is on Canales and Morgan, who adopt this deferring outlooks. Okay. Putting belief in this team, ability to compete, emphasize that fundamental soundness, right? Maximize young strengths, right? That's been the key here, right? So in contrast, Morgan advocates for that measured approach. Okay. He's prioritizing that long-term success over the short-term gains. Okay. So we have to manage our expectations as fans. So for fans, your cautious optimism that I see out there, you need to tap it. You need to manage your expectations better. You thinking this team's going to win and go to the playoffs, you're sadly mistaken. We're sadly mistaken if you think this is a playoff team. All right. I'm impressed with what this regime has done so far. That approach that they have taken. That there's still skepticism to me. I am not going to be that guy on here again that last year said that we look great on paper. And then next thing you know, I come out and I say, well, this team's going to win 10 games. I'm not doing it again. I ate so much crow last year and I don't feel like eating it again. I think this team's going to improve. I think this team is going to be a lot better than what it was last year. That's for sure. But do I think that this team's a playoff team? Absolutely not. All right. I need to see progress on the field before I make any assumptions that this team is playoff ready. Because I still have that doubt that this team's going to break my heart because every single time I say, this is our year, we're going to make the playoffs, this team's ready, we look great on paper, and then I get crushed. I am not doing it anymore. Now, if we consistently went to the playoffs if we consistently if we make the playoffs this year and we go to the playoffs next year, okay, then I might say, okay, this is still a playoff team, right? If we still have the same guys here or whatever the case may be, okay? And the only way that's going to happen, though, it comes down to the fact that we need a quarterback that can get us there, all right? We need a quarterback that can get us there. Can Bryce Young get us there, right? All right. There's a lot of doubts. There's a lot of doubts. But I'm keeping my expectations low. The Panthers have an opportunity to redefine that whole narrative. Okay. They have this team has a lot of resilience, a lot of determination. It will be great. It will be their greatest allies as they strive to climb the NFL power rankings. And I think the road ahead may be a lot more challenging. But with each setback, in my mind, with each setback comes an opportunity to rise stronger. I will say that. I think with the path ahead that we have with this team may be littered with obstacles, but I believe in their collective ability to overcome some of those. So, but with that being said, I'm not surprised that they're ranked. That ESPN's got them at number 32. I'm not surprised. And, we have to prove ourselves that we're not a 2-15 team. I'm not surprised by that at all. I'm not surprised by that at all. So, to me, you it's not, you know, it is what it is, at the end of the day. Wow, 33 people watching. Make sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that post notifications bell. Guys, I'm giving you till Thursday. Again, the giveaway, I'm giving you till Thursday to get your entries in. So make sure you take a screenshot that you're subscribed, you join the Discord, and you take that screenshot and you put it in the Jersey giveaway channel in the Discord. It's 3 simple steps. It's not that hard. Okay. Not that hard. So don't forget about that. Okay. I just want to make that quick announcement. Okay. Add in Eddie. Panthers feds heads big last season with all them big name coaches. They ended up being Ed and Eddie. I feel you. I hope they use the power ranking as fuel to prove them wrong. I hope so too, Jen. Bunch of lazy mother lovers for not stepping on that like button. Marcos Cash is attacking you folks, man. He's coming after you. He's coming after you. So make sure you pound that like button. All right. All right, let's move on. Next topic here. Now, there are some okay. There's a free agent out there that I did some research on. There are still some defensive concerns for me that need to be addressed. Okay. They went through a significant roster overhaul. Okay. They went through a significant roster overhaul. One glaring question does loom large is that can this defense maintain that effectiveness amidst this transition? That's the question. Can this defense maintain its effectiveness amidst the transition that they're going through? I think general manager Dan Morgan has been proactive in bolstering this team's offensive arsenal around Bryce Young, but concerns persist regarding the defensive unit's ability to perform at a high level. Again, that's still a concern for me. This concerns that it persists regarding this defensive unit's ability to perform at a high level. Now, navigating defensive transitions, that defensive coordinator, Ajir Evero, is tasked with maximizing this unit's potential. Panthers find themselves in a precarious situation, particularly with some key departures, right? They lost Brian Burns. They lost Frankie Louvu. You could say maybe YGM was a decent sized loss. Maybe not that big, but it was a guy that you lost that could get you 4.5 sacks at best, 5 maybe. Okay, along that defensive front. Okay, So they're going to have to be very strategic when approaching to reinforcements. Now, you got to think about it this way. We need a guy that can come here and plug and play. That's the solution. You need a guy that can come in here and plug and play. So here's the thing. We brought in Jadeveon Clowney. We brought Jadeveon Clowney. I don't know why I said his name like that. We brought in DJ Wannon. We brought in Clavon Chasen, right? All right. From the veteran pool signal, a proactive effort to address this team pass rush defenses. Now, here's the thing. Doubts linger regarding the ability of these new guys to be able to replicate the production of Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, YGM, right? That's the thing. There are free agents out there that we could get. Okay. There's still guys out there. In the light of this ongoing roster adjustments, all right, the Panthers have turned their attention to the free agent market, all right, in search of some impactful additions. Now, again, waiver wires were still number one. Okay. Marcus Golden, as you can see here, that's Marcus Golden, seasoned edge rusher, proven track record of a quarterback disruption. I think he's a compelling candidate to help out in this pass rushing room. Okay. I think he brings a great veteran presence. All right. This is a golden opportunity to bring a guy in like this. Now, this guy, despite being in the twilight of his career right now, I think Golden's recent performance that he had with the Pittsburgh Steelers to me suggests that he still possesses that ability to make meaningful contributions on the field. Okay. All right. He has the knack of generating quarterback pressure. I think he can provide a much needed boost to this defensive front. Another thing is you got to balance risk and reward. Okay. There are potential benefits of signing a guy like Golden. All right. There remains that element of risk. Okay. With the move. Okay. But Morgan, mindful of the past experience. Okay. With veteran acquisitions, most carefully weigh the pros and cons before making that final decision. But then you got to also think about this. Okay. You got the cornerback issue, right? We had the cornerback issue on the roster. You got, in addition to addressing the pass rushing concerns, the Panthers must also prioritize shoring up that cornerback depth. All right. They got interest still in Stephon Gilmore, but that guy's contemplating retirement or coming back. And I don't think that he wants to come back for a team that just went through a full rebuild and is not considered a contender. I think Gilmore really wants to be on wants to win again and wants to be on a contender team. I think he would have signed already. Even if the price was right, I still think he would have signed already. Okay. This team has yet to progress significantly in this area for a long time. All right. You're leaving a pressing need for reinforcements in the secondary. So you got to move forward. You got to move on. They got to navigate this roster in reconstructing it correctly, still by bringing in depth pieces and rotational pieces that they got to. Again, I keep saying this. The waiver wires is going to be key. I feel like we're going to be able to find probably some decent acquisitions in the position of still that we need. The pressure I still think is on Morgan to make those decisions, to get those positions for the team, to make this team successful, whether it's pursuing a guy like Marcus Golden or exploring other options. Okay. But this was just one of the guys I saw, and this guy's got great production on the field. Okay. He had 4.5 sacks last year. There's your YGM replacement. I mean, things remain clear to me. I mean, I think the Panthers can't afford to regress defensively because that was the only thing that was good about us last year. We finished top 4. Especially with the fact that now we're facing, I think, heightened expectations with the fact that our offense last year was really couldn't stay on the field long enough to give the defense time to breathe, but we somehow still finished top 4. But now that they've got restructured this whole offense to help Bryce Young out to be successful, expectations are higher on the offensive side of the ball. Let's be honest. All right. But in a league like this where defense when often dictates success, um, doesn't seem. I still believe in that. I mean, a lot of people believe that the offense does, but the Panthers must remain vigilant uh, and trying to build this defensive unit and other roster positions like the center. I still think that they need to bring another guy in there. I think they need to bring a veteran in. Whether it's through waiver wires or if there's still a guy out there. All right, there's potential to emerge um, here to really get the right additions and get those strategic adjustments right before this upcoming season. All right, they need to delicate the balance of this team between immediate, and they need to delicate the balance between really immediate impact and long term sustainability. You got to balance those two out when it comes to the NFL. There's no question about it. Let's talk about Trevin Wallace. Now, this is I've been wanting to talk about this kid for a hot minute. Okay, um, this kid has been something I feel like we need to address, but I want to tell you why he fits here because I think even though I was not very high on this guy, I wanted to get it off my chest in regards to why I think he fits this team very well and why he fits here in Carolina. Okay. Um, so first things first. Okay. Trevin Wallace, the linebacker of Kentucky, he was the 3rd-round pick, right? Raised some eyebrows among us fans. Wasn't really sure if that's who we should have went with there in that 3rd round. You had Cedric Van Pran, you had TJ Tampa, you had other needs there. But I will say, I've broken down this kid's skill set, watched game film, how he aligns with this defensive scheme. I'm going to tell you that. But his role and playing in his rookie season is we shall see. If you go look at anybody's draft, mock draft, or I guess you could say draft profiles for prospects, it's going to say something like this. Okay, he's physically gifted. Wallace is that modern linebacker prototype. Tall, fast, strong, impressive combine performance, showcases athleticism. But where the questions lie is about his mental game. Okay. He has struggled with reading plays, reacting quickly, making him an enigma for defensive coordinator Evero. Now, he fits the scheme. Okay. Evero's defensive scheme relies heavily on versatility and instincts, especially at the linebacker position. Okay. Because in a base 3-4 defense, like the Panthers, linebackers, they have to excel not only in both the run defense, but pass coverage. Okay. Traditionally, Evero has favored linebackers and solid instincts over pure athleticism. So players like Josie Jewell have succeeded in this system due to their football IQ rather than their raw physicality. That's why Josie Jewell had his best season under, guess who? Ejiro Evero. I'm making sense here. Okay. So you're with me, right? Are you with me? Stick with me. Okay. So here is what I see this kid's role being like. Given that Wallace's current skill set, pinpointing his role in this defense to me is a bit of a challenge. Okay. At his size, he's not ideally suited for the outside linebacker position. Okay. Which requires more bulk. So his struggles in the pass coverage further complicates the matters. Okay. So as inside linebackers in every scheme must be proficient in all aspects of that game. Okay. But here's the potential impact that this kid can have, okay? So for Wallace, the path to playing time I think is going to lie in special teams. All right. Double O Kane comes in and says, "Why do you think Gilly's going to make or break this defense? We're going to be mid either way." I didn't say that Gilly's going to make or break this defense. I said I don't think he's coming here. Double O Kane. I said that he's not coming here. I said that we have a cornerback conundrum that needs to be fixed. It's not going to make or break the defense. I just don't think Gilly's coming here. That's what I said. But back to Trevin Wallace. I think he's got his path forward and playing here. His potential impact is that may lie in just special teams. Oh, why do people? Oh, sorry. Why do people think Gilly is going to make or break this defense? I don't know, Double O Kane. I don't know. He's 33, 34 years old. Sorry, I read your comment wrong. Thank you for fixing my ass, day one Panthers fan, because I did not take that. I did not read that correctly. Sorry. So let me get back to your question. Sorry, Double O Kane. Why do I think people are like that? Why do people think we're going to make the playoffs? Like, it's delusion. That's what it is. It's not people that know that it's called people that don't know ball, that don't do their research, and they just say shit to say shit. It's the same thing. We're gonna be mid. I totally agree with you. Like I said, ceiling is 6 to 7 wins. Floor is going to be 3 to 4. 3 to 4. I think we will have more than 2 wins, but 3 to 4, even if it's 1. But Gilly is not making or breaking this defense. He's just adding depth. But I do think what he does bring, and it's actually what Day One Panthers just said in the chat that I was going to say, is that I think he could be a great mentor to guys like J.C. Horn, Jameson, Dane Jackson, Troy Hill. He's 31, so I mean he's not really getting any mentorship. But the young guys that we got, Smith Wade as well, so I do see that could be beneficial to the team, but it's not going to make or break our defense. Sorry, Double O Kane, but that's my answer. No, this is the only time of the year we can have hope, man. Let us be happy and have some hope. Randall, I'm giving you hope, but I'm also going to be realistic with you, buddy. I'm preparing you for the worst so that you can be excited for the best. Does that make sense? I'm preparing you for the worst so you can be surprised for the best. And if it does, and if we get surprised for the best, great. But if we get prepared, but if the worst happens, guess what? You came here and was prepared. But again, back to this kid's potential, okay? His athleticism makes him a prime time candidate for coverage units now, where his speed and tackling ability can shine, especially. However, there are some concerns for me when it comes to his injuries, especially for unforeseen circumstances. Could alter this trajectory, potentially opening up opportunities for Wallace to contribute on this defense. Now, realistically, I think Wallace's rookie season may be limited. Obviously, he needs significant improvements in his mental game, coverage skills. He's likely to see most of his action on special teams. If he does see defensive snaps, I expect Evero to utilize him primarily as a blitzer. Okay. And then capitalizing on his athleticism to disrupt, right? I think the kid's got potential that is definitely undeniable. Okay. His fit within this Panthers defensive scheme, I think, remains uncertain. All right. I think he does fit, though. I think he can fit, but right now it remains uncertain because with a focus on developing his mental, right, and refining his coverage abilities, I think Wallace has the tools to become a difference maker, okay, for now. But let's temper our expectations about this kid. Let's hopefully he has a great transition and then becomes the talented linebacker that we drafted him to be. Okay. That's the way I look at it. No sugarcoating. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. We don't need preparing for the worst. We're used to that already. Yeah, but I need you to understand. I just need you to understand. All right. FM 1959 says 8 wins. You heard it here first. We'll see. We'll see. I think 6 to 7 is my ceiling for this team right now. What would y'all do if history repeated itself 20-year anniversary? Ah, shoot. I don't know, man. I don't know. 20 years anniversary and history repeated itself 20 years later. Uh, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. So 1-15 next season, lost Super Bowl. I don't know what I would do day one. I don't know what I would do. All right. So here's the thing. Give me 6 wins, average 20 plus a game. That's something to build on. For sure. For sure, Randall. I totally agree. 0-2. There's some positional battles brewing. All right, in this upcoming camp. I'm telling you right now that you need to watch out for. Okay. There are some positional battles that are brewing for this upcoming camp. All right. And you need to be prepared for those. 33 people are watching. Make sure you pound that like button. We only need 11 more likes to get to 33. Let's get this up to 50 likes, baby. That's where I want it. All right. So there is some positional battles that are going to be happening in this camp coming up. Okay. All right. There's a couple actually. All right. Now, I know you see Tommy Trimble here, but there's going to be some other ones I'm going to talk about. Okay. All right. But I'm just using Tommy Trimble as the example in this photo. All right. So, first, let's talk about the tight end position. There's going to be a battle for that position. Jadavion Sanders, Tommy Trimble, Steven Sullivan, Ian Thomas, right? All right. And maybe there might be another guy in there that I'm missing. All right. If I am, name him. Okay. But and maybe it's an undrafted free agent that I'm missing, right? But you get your Jadavion Sanders, all right? The emergence of Tommy Trimble, and then the tight end position in Carolina is 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 ripe for that competition in this upcoming camp. I think Sanders brings that reliability as a pass catcher, while Trimble has shown promise in receiving and blocking roles. Ian Thomas once touted as a tight end one, and it faces an uphill battle to maintain that status. Immense competition. Now, the struggle for the tight end, number one, will be one to watch as camp progresses. I'm telling you, watch it right now. You're going to want to watch this tight end room and see how it progresses. I think Sanders versus Trimble versus Thomas versus Steven Sullivan, and then maybe an undrafted free agent, somebody else maybe I'm missing. It's going to be interesting how that pans out. Now, the running back room is another one. You got Brooks, Hubbard, Sanders, Blackshear. I think Spencer Brown's still on this team. No, Spencer Brown got cut. Who do we have else? Jaden Sherndon, right? Jaden Sherndon, the guy out of Monmouth, the undrafted free agent who looks promising. That's going to be an interesting game. All right, that's going to be an interesting competition. That one right there. I think the running back room is going to be one of the most intriguing, honestly. You got so much depth in there. You bring in Jonathan Brooks from the draft. Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders, they're already going to be battling it out for the number one position. And Jonathan Brooks probably going to be battling, coming back off that ACL, will probably be battling it out too. But the thing is that if Brooks comes back 100%, and he comes back 100% and looks like he did at Texas last November before he got injured, or he's gonna offer a lot of versatility with that skill set that he has, which is going to complement Hubbard's rushing game. Sanders, on the other hand, he's facing the pressure to prove his worth right now after last season. So I expect some spirited competition in that room as that time goes on. Okay, for these roster spots. And another off-season battle I think is going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be the wide receiver rotation. We were just talking about yesterday. Mingo, Marshall, Coker. I think they're going to be battling it out. Mir Smith-Marsette's another one that's got to be thrown in there too. We've bolstered up this wide receiver room now. You got notable additions in Deontay Johnson. You get Xavier Legette in the draft. But the battle for the remaining roster spots is gonna be interesting to me. You got an undrafted hidden gem there in Jalen Coker out of Holy Cross, who was very impressive in minicamp. He's got some stiff competitions like Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo. Mingo was a non-existent last year. Marshall has been shit since he gotten here. I think Marshall aims to rebound from a lackluster season. So we'll see if he does. Mingo is trying to seek to solidify his role in Menso Crowder receiver room. And the competition for snaps, to me, promises to be intense as the players, are battling out in camp for these spots. Marcos Takahashi, defensive end, I don't think so. Unfortunately, I just don't. Defensive end, I don't see anybody. Because you can see we're in a 3-4 defense. So technically, O'Shawn Robinson and Derek Brown, there ain't going to be no competition there. Now, Kavlon Chasen, DJ Johnson, Clowney, Wanum. I don't even see that being a competition, either. Unless Kavlon Chasen somehow has this resurgence with Evero and becomes what he was supposed to be when he got picked 20th overall in the first round out of LSU. All right. And he shows that capability again. And then, I mean, the corner room, I don't think there's going to be really a position battle unless, Chow Smith or, unless Smith Wade battles Dane Jackson out for that spot. But I don't see that being the case. I still think Dane Jackson, unfortunately, is our corner number 2. Sam Pinkney could transition to tight end, maybe. But I don't know, day one. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. We've got over 32 people watching, so make sure you pound that like button and hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. That's the best way you can show your support to this channel. All right, to this channel. Um, it's crazy though. I mean, I'm very interested to see how these offseason battles pan out. Okay. I think the three, but I still think the most crowded rooms is the tight end, the running back, and the wide receiver. And I think that's going to be the most interesting to see to me. Um, I would love to see some competition in the nose tackle spot for someone to make Shy Total either like force Shy Total to work hard and be better than what he was last year, or someone beat him out. Right. And I think everything else in all the other positions really is kind of set in stone. All right, breakout candidates. All right, let's talk about this real quick. All right, breakout candidates. Okay. Who do you guys think that if you could give me your top 5, top 3 breakout candidates for this season, who are they? I've got a couple in mind. I'm going to start with Tommy Tremble. Okay, I think Tommy Tremble could have a breakout season this year. Here's why. You got to think about the departure of Hayden Hurst. That opportunity has opened up for Tommy Tremble to step into a more prominent role within the Panthers offense. All right, despite limited targets in his first 3 years, Tremble has the tools to establish himself as a reliable option. Now he's going to have increased responsibilities expected on him now. So he has the chance to showcase his skills and live up to the expectations. Okay. Um, that accompanied his, his draft selection. I think Bryce Young could end up being a guy that could, be a breakout candidate. Okay. I'm going to say that because he needs to. He needs to be a breakout candidate. He needs to be a guy to break out. He needs to have that bounce back 2024 season because of the significant investments made to support this kid. Right? They bolstered up the offensive line. They added weapons. They revamped this whole supporting cast and a coaching staff to commit to his development. Young has the opportunity to silence the critics out there and demonstrate he can be a franchise quarterback. And another guy I think can be a potential candidate, and I saw someone say it in the chat, Mingo. I think even though Xavier Legette is here, I still think Mingo will have a chance to showcase himself a little bit more. Okay. The Panthers are looking to make a great impact in the passing game. So despite the fact that they had challenges and that this Mingo had challenges in his rookie year, I think Mingo possesses the physical attributes, right, to potentially thrive under the guidance of Dave Canales. Now, with the increase of competition at the wide receiver room, Mingo's going to have to elevate his performance and demonstrate his value to this team's offense. Because now that they've prepared this whole upcoming season, I still think Tremble, Young, and Mingo are going to represent the key players to watch to aim to break out and contribute to this team's success. Okay. I think that what we've heard from Dave Canales and how he runs this offense, I would say that those are my guys. All right. I need to have a breakout season. Defensive side of the ball, I need Kavlon Chasen to have a breakout season, and I need Dane Jackson to have a breakout season. And I need Josie Jewell to have a breakout season. Those are my 3 on defense. Josie Jewell, Kavlon Chasen, and Dane Jackson. I need those three to have a breakout season. Hell, and I might even say Austin Corbett on the offensive side, because again, he's moving from left guard to the center position. I know you said 5, but I hope everyone last season has a breakout season. I get it. I hope this whole team does have a breakout season, but you can't have it all. That's like saying that's like saying having your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? You can't have it all. 9 people watching on Twitter, 28 people are watching on YouTube. Make sure you come on over to the YouTube channel if you're watching over on Twitter. Make sure you come over here, smash that like button and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll answer any questions for the next 4 minutes, and then I'm going to head out. I pray that they all have outstanding seasons in place for each other and their coaches. Yeah. I mean, we all can hope. I hope the same too. I hope the same thing you're hoping for. You know what I mean? This just depends if that's what we get. It's been a good show today, guys, by the way. Thank you so much for coming in and tuning in and joining. Guys, make sure, again, this is my last, I'll remind again tomorrow on tomorrow's channel. Again, this is your last chance. Now, our Thursday, it's the last chance to get your entries in. Whether you're subscribed, whether you're already in the Discord, you still need a screenshot that you are subscribed to the channel. I just want everybody in there that wants to get involved. Now, if you don't want to get involved, that is fine. You don't have to get involved in the giveaway. But if you want to get involved in the giveaway for the Xavier Legette jersey, you need to be subscribed to the channel. You take a screenshot of your subscription, and then you join the Discord and you put it in the Discord right here. Okay. So let me show. I'm going to share my screen again here. All right. So that's how it works. You join the Discord. You take the screenshot that you're subscribed to the channel. You place it in the Discord called Jersey Giveaway. Discord channel called Jersey Giveaway. Your name then will be added to the giveaway Spin the Wheel. Okay. So this is how the Spin the Wheel is going to work. When I spin the wheel, that does not mean that you win. That means that you get kicked out of the wheel. So I'm going to spin the wheel until I get down to one name. And then that one name wins the jersey giveaway. That's how I'm going to do it this time. I'm not just going to spin the wheel and it lands on a person. Now, if it lands on your name, you're out. Sorry. That's how I'm doing it this time, because it makes it more fun. It makes it more intriguing. So if I just spin the wheel and say, oh, this guy's the winner, that's boring. It's boring. So, you better hope your name doesn't you want to be the last person on the board. You want to be the last person on the board. All right. All right. So make sure you do those 3 things so you can get in. All right. And I'll remind you tomorrow and Thursday when I go live again. All right. So I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Of course, as always, make sure you pound that like button, subscribe. As always, guys, love y'all. Thank you for the continued support. Appreciate y'all always being here. Everyone in the chat. And as always, guys, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding. Peace.